bigger venues
for
the fans.
Yeah,
I mean, you know,
that's
shows
the problem with it as well. We got a lot of letters.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, because the fans, you know, like I remember, I think the show sold out in less than 15 minutes here, you know, and for a lot of people who really wanted to see you, they didn't have the opportunity.
I know, it's kind of selfish of us, but
we'll be back.
And on that ominous note, why don't we go to another song from the record, this first one on the album, INXS from CFN.Y 102.1.
A dirt of money, wash rich, suck me honey, it's a cinch.
Because you have such a large repertoire, do you... It's always been I've always wondered this for a band, you know, you've been doing for such a long time. Do you remember how to play songs from, say, like Shabu Shaba or anything like that?
Sure. Funny enough.
I hope so.
We started off.
We started rehearsals.
Yeah, when we got to. Yeah, that's true. We're hoping we do.
Yeah. Well, say one of the rare songs that you've never done live.
Oh no,
you know?
probably not.
Probably had trouble with it. To be honest. Yeah. Jim
like,
and I especially. We're not the big rehearsal guys. You know?
No, we the guys are talking weeks. We're talking hours.
Oh, I see. I see.
But the other thing is too is basically that it was a long time ago, you know, and. You know, it's very hard to remember if the song actually started in A or if it started in C. Or...
Yeah, we don't write this stuff down.
No.
My father, it's funny because my dad asked that once and he said, so when he came to rehearsal, where's all the music, you know, the sheet music?
Right.
And so we don't write it down. So you just don't.
And he's wondering.
He's like, he couldn't believe that.
And you guys make money doing this?
Yeah, exactly. It's not a proper job, is it?
We're speaking with Michael Hutchins and Tim Ferriss from INXS. The new record is out. It's Full Moon, Dirty Hearts. And we have more questions.
This is more like a statement. Thank you for filling the past 9 years of my life with such beautiful music. I love you so much, and this is like so surreal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Very much.
I think she needs a hug.
So sweet.
Even brought us a couple of rolls.
We ruined her day.
Wow, how about that?
That's very nice.
That's very nice.
Okay, I'm wearing this on my lapel.
So we were talking about the record. Now, Brian Eno did a mix on this record.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Tell me how that came about. Did he approach you? Did you approach him? Or just one of those things you promised to do 10 years ago and only got round to?
Exactly. We're
basically that.
Old fans of Roxy, you know, very influential band to us. And in fact, we sent off songs to all kinds of people, and we thought this one would suit him, and he really liked it, and he wanted to do it. So he sent back about 1,000 mixes, and we picked one. Yeah.
What about in terms of producers? Have you ever been approached by someone that was perhaps out of the ordinary?
They don't really approach you, really. The only guy who ever approached us was Chris Thomas, really.
Yeah, that's true.
He kept on following us around the world.
Yeah, which was a great compliment to us. In fact, he told us more than once or twice that we were the best band he'd ever seen live. So
he didn't think our records were, though.
It's his way of getting in on the action. Yeah.
I could do better.
Yeah, exactly.
I can do better.
Yeah.
Well, has there ever been sort of a situation where you consider bringing in a real upstart like a Butch Vig, maybe, or the other end of the spectrum, like a Steve Lillywhite, to come in and do something?
Funny you mentioned that. We were actually talking to Steve for quite a while about working with him, but it never came the right occasion, you know.
Yeah, we're also up to a period where we don't really want someone to stamp themselves. I mean, Butch Vig is great, but he's too associated with other bands, and he's just going to come in and do that. That's what you're buying into, isn't it? You know, it's like directors or actors. You know? Same as Lillywhite.
Do you think so? Do you think the public is as aware of that?
No, they may not be, but for us musically, we don't want someone going, I want you to be like this. You know?
Yeah, in fact, we're finding it more and more difficult to listen to any outsiders at the moment.
This album is very much just us, you know.
It's very
all we need is a referee.
Yeah.
You know, so shut up.
And being a kickboxer, that must come with quite a tall order.
Someone to make sure there's no hitting below the belt.
Yeah. Why don't we take another question and then play another song?
Hello.
Hi. I saw you guys in '88. In Toronto, and I'm going again on the 19th. What I want to know is if you're going to be concentrating on the newer stuff or more things like Listen Like Thieves and Kick.
We're just writing the song list up now, actually, trying to figure that out. We like to obviously play the last two albums, a lot of that, the Welcome to Wherever You Are and Full Moon, but it gets really more and more difficult to know what to pick, from which period. Everybody has favorites in the band and the audience too,
And unfortunately, you can't do a 6-hour show, so you can't get them all.
Well, we thought of it, but
Why not?
no thanks.
6-hour show over 6 nights.
Yeah.
No, but that would work. but we actually are doing a lot of stuff from the newest album now, Full Moon, Dirty Heart, and I think everything else is kind of like pretty evenly balanced there.
We're trying to do some new stuff as well that we haven't done before. Live,
we might even do some stuff, some really old stuff that we haven't done in a long time.
When we were recording, we re-recorded when we were doing this song. We re-recorded 4 songs we haven't done, like our first 4 singles. I think it was Just Keep Walking, Barbarian,
In Vain,
stuff like that.
I mean, this is probably people out there probably don't know what the hell we're talking about.
Exactly.
But I'm telling you, Barbarian turned out awesome.
Out.
It really did. It was. I think the last time we recorded it was 10 years ago, and we were actually a little bummed about the way it sounded on record, because basically now you can make a better demo than our second album on a Walkman.
That's technology, though. That's not your fault.
We wanted to put things right,
And on that note, why don't we go to something from the new record, Full Moon, Dirty Hearts, INXS from CFN.Y 102.1. Leading Edge, CFN.Y 102.1, brand new INXS. Keep in mind that the concert date is November the 19th. Catherine Wheel is also on the bill, and the band is playing at Marine Terminal 28. That does have a strange ring to it, doesn't it? But I hope no Russian freighter is docking that night. Or
I presume it's near the water somewhere.
It's right on the water.
Lake,
yeah,
Great.
It's a converted warehouse.
Using fishing too.
You wouldn't want to fish there, guys. No swimming or fishing.
No swimming or fishing. We're going to keep on talking with the band right after this.
A lot of the good.
INXS, we're talking about a brand new record called Full Moon, Dirty Hearts. And one interesting thing you guys haven't done, it's just occurred to me, it would seem that in the era of the box set, you have oddly resisted so far, haven't you?
Yeah, trying to.
Is that a consideration perhaps in the future, or would you like to see all of your work consolidated in a nice package with liner notes? And
Yeah, I mean, we'll get...
For once.
We just want to get enough stuff together, really. Same with the live album we put out. Finally, you just sort of have to put it out.
We've been tempted many times with the greatest hits thing too, but
We need some more hits. Just wasn't a whole album.
we keep being tempted to have greatest hits, but
How about hopeful hits?
yeah,
There we go.
hateful hits.
another thing that's sort of interesting, you're a big Nick Cave fan, is that true?
Yeah, I love it.
Do you ever sort of drop in a song of his, perhaps, in sets?
Yeah, I've tried this a few times.
Sound checks.
At sound checks we do, I like to do She's Hit at sound checks, and I'd love to do it live. You just gave me a good idea. In fact, I'm going to try it one more time at rehearsals. Yeah, I saw him in London. He's moved to London. He's come out of Brazil now. The jungles of Brazil,
Right.
and he's back into London. But he's got a new live album out they've got at the moment. It's
Yeah, it
really
just got released here in Canada.
He's an exceptional lyricist and talent.
He used to do a lot of covers. I remember, what album was it, where it's almost half of it is covers,
Yeah,
it?
that was his Frank Sinatra stage.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
More the crooning days. Are we going over to
Yeah, why don't we take another question? We have a few more minutes here before we have to let you guys go. But of course, you're coming back on the 19th of November, so that's okay.
We certainly are.
Here's another question.
Hi, my name is Martin.
Martin.
I'm from Poland, but that's irrelevant.
What? No, it's not.
Nothing's irrelevant.
I have a sort of a trivial question for you. To settle a long debate with me and my best friend, you're going back a little. The album marked X. Is that an X, or is it supposed to be pronounced 10 because it was your 10th album? And it's a Roman numeral 10.
No, it's X.
It's X?
Yeah.
Oh, and also...
No, it's 10.
Here we go.
We can't decide either.
I also have one more question. What was the most exciting venue you've ever played?
Phoenix Club.
Gee, they're all great. Wembley Stadium was worth getting out of bed for.
Yeah. The US Festival in '83.
Yeah.
Although I can't remember what the venue was.
That was up in San Francisco.
No,
wasn't
it's San Bernardino.
It was a
San
mountaintop,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Sort of.
Did you see the fight
LA
between
thing.
Van Halen and The Clash at the US Festival?
No, we were trying to get in on it. They wouldn't let us through. We missed it, damn it.
Oh, well.
Sounded good though.
Yeah.
We were on the Clash's side.
Let him play, let him play.
So you mentioned playing Wembley, and you played to a single audience of 75,000, I guess that was. And that is sort of interesting because it seems that was almost a turning point for you, at which point you wanted to sort of go back and kind of rediscover your roots as a band. Was there actually a moment in time where you said, look, we've got to take a different approach here. This is just not, fulfilling us in the same way, or was it more gradual than that?
No, we were saying that a lot for a long time, sort of thing. I guess it started back on the Kick Tour almost, or the X Tour. You were just doing so many arenas and things. We just felt, well, it'd be really nice maybe next year to do this pub tour, and we just kept putting it off and off and off. And
I mean, we love doing big shows, for sure. This is a different trip. You got the thing about going back to small shows. You sort of you find out if you're the band you think you are. If you walk on stage with 6 guys and a couple of dinky lights, and it doesn't happen, then it's wouldn't be sitting here talking to you, basically.
Do you still get the adrenaline rush, like say, as much as the crowd gets from you? Do you still get that from the crowd after doing so many shows for so many years?
Sometimes you mightn't actually feel that rush until you're actually standing on the stage, but it still happens. I mean, in a big way,
Right.
It's just like
That's what I presumed.
it's an
actually.
opening your eyes, sort of like listening thing. Oh yeah, we forgot where I was for a minute. You'd be surprised what happens.
Yeah.
I would love to hear about it over a beer at some point. I bet that's when the
Me
real
too.
stories
Yeah.
come out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's for sure.
Well, I can't thank you both enough for coming by. We should let you go to do some autographs.
Thank you.
But thank you for coming by, and congrats on the record, and we shall see you again on November the 19th.
Can't wait.
Catherine.
Catherine Wheel.
See you there.
All right, brand new INXS from CFN.Y 102.1.
CFN.Y 102.1 INXS, new album Full Moon Dirty Hearts. That is the title track. And our thanks to Michael and Tim for dropping by the Edge of Bloor and Bathurst this afternoon. Great conversation. A lot of people here getting autographs and having a darn good time at it too. Don't forget, they are at Marine Terminal 28. CFN.Y presentation with Catherine Wheel Friday, November 19th. Tickets are on sale now, and the album is in stores now. We got to take a quick break, and why don't we come back with the band that's going to be opening up for INXS? Catherine Wheel next.